The so-called misery index. Now, that is the sum of the unemployment rate and the inflation rate. Sometimes that's used to see how the economy is doing. It is now at 6.8%. Again, the sum of unemployment and inflation. That is actually the lowest rate it's been since March of 2020. But people don't seem to be feeling it. Listen to what some shoppers had to tell Fox. Roll it.
I still have a lot of concerns about the inflation. Groceries are outrageous, gas is outrageous, but at least it's coming down a little bit now. But it's a crunch. I mean, I try to stick to a budget, but it doesn't always happen. No, it's just overwhelming, and I'm always glad when it's over with.
My gas bill's gone down. So
okay, that's a positive.
That's helpful. So I guess, I guess if people aren't heating their houses, they put that in gifts.
I feel confident. I think we can do a little bit better, but I think as far as right now where we are as Americans, I think this is all we're going to get. But shop away, enjoy, and just live your life. I mean, tomorrow's not promised.
Steve Moore joining us now. Steve, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. You know, it's great that the misery index is down, and you and I have talked about the misery index before. It's not a bad way of judging how people feel, but people don't feel it, number one. And number two, the same policies, the same, I would say, bad policies of over-regulation and such that we've had by this administration are still in place. Spending too much, regulating too much, but at least the misery index comes down. So where do you come down on all this?
Well, I'm certainly not going to be a Debbie Downer a couple days before Christmas. So, look, I think the economy's it's in a lot better shape, David, today than it was a year ago. Remember, we were doing this show last year, and it looked like a collapse was coming, and that didn't happen, so thank God. And, look, this is, I've got to say, you know, this is the resilience of the American businesses, and we have, you know, the best entrepreneurs, the best small businesses and big businesses. You got the Magnificent Seven that have just been carrying the market. It's a good news story, no question about it. The problem is, and this is reflected by some of those interviews you just played, David, you know, for the higher income people, for people with a lot of money invested in the market, this has been a good year. The problem is that 20% higher prices today than 2 years ago, even though the inflation rate's coming down really pretty rapidly, the 20% increase in costs, David, that's baked in the cake now. In other words, Biden keeps getting this wrong. He keeps saying prices are falling. It's not that prices are falling. It's just that they're not rising as fast as they used to. When we remember last year, we had a high of 9.2% on inflation.
And, you know, we, again, related to still having the same policies, we still haven't seen the rollout of this $1 trillion of spending that we're going to have on green energy programs, although already we have seen some of problems with that. There was the Sunovo problem. Remember the $3 billion company that was having apparently some problems with who they were selling to and whether they were having honest selling practices and so forth. So once those things roll out in 2024, that might complicate the situation.
Look, I think the big story in terms of the U.S. economy this year has been the complete collapse of green energy. And we have a president who's pouring tens and hundreds of billions of dollars behind electric vehicles, solar power, wind power, and they're nowhere. Big story in the Wall Street Journal, I think it was on Wednesday, showing 4 or 5 of the major EV startups, all their stocks have tanked this year. Nobody wants to invest in them. Nobody wants to buy them. Same thing with wind and solar. I mean, this past year, the world used more fossil fuels than ever before, more coal, more gas. So we're kind of trying to push a form of energy and the kind of cars on people that they don't want.
Yeah. You know, we had Adam Johnson on yesterday for the hour and one of the hours for the Varney Show. He's done extraordinarily well. Of course, the market's been up 20%, but he's been doing better than that, twice as well as that. But he said the one sector he's failed on every investment was green energy. Every single one has fallen. He said it's going to need much more massive input by the government, but that's never as good as the market. That's the big problem. We got to leave it at that. Steve, have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.